And welcome to People to People. I'm your host, Micah Mater. Let's get started. Chicago has no shortage of community agencies in place to put kids on the right track, but we'd like to introduce you to another one, Yep Nation. In studio today, Edward Prentice III. He's the founder and CEO of Yep Nation, and Heather Kuzmick, one of Yep Nation's team of development professionals. Welcome both of you today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us over.
Well, Ed, tell me, why is this different? As I said, there are a lot of organizations that are out there. How does this differ from the other ones?
One thing that our mission is to train youth how to create more positive and uplifting media. And we're doing that by, there's a lot of low-cost tools where you can create music, graphics, 3D, animation, and what have you. So once we get those students to train them how to do that, they can create positive and uplifting media. And then also, we're partnering with corporations where we can train these youth on a job path, where they're going to the path. And we have a spiritual component where we're guiding the youth in order to, have a great career in the media space.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about the 4 C's, is it, or?
The 4 Gs.
4 Gs, I'm sorry. Tell me a little bit about that.
Basically, it's from Concerned Christian Men. I'm part of that organization. And what we do is we're the father to the fatherless for young men. So the 4 Gs is God, goals, guidance, and guts. So we try and infuse that into the young men as we're teaching them STEM activities. And with our warehouse, we can actually have STEM activities and STEAM activities because we've got art. And we can actually have sports and things like that. So that's why we're so excited about that mission.
Well, STEM is the hot thing going right now, Heather. And tell us how you got involved and why this is so important to you.
Well, I got involved after, I've known Ed for about 10 years. He really got me started on a lot of stuff when I was in college, and he would always support me on that. And afterwards, I started hearing exactly what he was doing, and I was completely, it was just the one thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to give back to the community and also help out other kids that really, really want to do art, but need mentorship and someone to teach them how to do so, as well as to do it in a professional setting. Nowadays, we do all this artwork, and a lot of students have a little bit of a hard time finding jobs because they want you to have experience first. And we're just there to help build up their portfolio, get them confident in it, and as well as get them started early. So they have a little bit more of a chance to plan, as well as just to grow and become young professionals in themselves.
What age group are we talking here, Ed?
For the Concerned Christian Men, we're actually in elementary school from 6th to 8th grade, but Yep Nation, we're actually with high school, and we work with university students. That's where the national part comes in.
Yeah, tell us about that national part, and do you help them to find jobs?
What we're doing with the national part, for example, we do work with Medtronic, and we've used some students from DePaul and UFC. So they were sophomores and juniors in college. And we give them experience, because one of the problems with college, when you come out of college, you have no experience.
Exactly. Like, where do I go now? What do I do?
So they get to put that on their resume that they actually worked on an actual project. So going forward, as we grow the organization, we will be working with them on job placement within those actual corporations that they did work with as undergrads.
Heather, what do you see as your success rate? I mean, have kids gotten jobs? Are they, going with armed for battle, so to speak, into the job world?
Well, for
that's okay. For success, the rate of success,
tripping over my tongue.
It happens to me on a daily.
The success rate is actually, it's pretty good. Each time we're able to do programs, and they're able to learn exactly what it's going to be like when they get out into the real world, when they start getting jobs, and how to handle themselves and to commit to deadlines.
And which is important. I know that for sure.
As well as committing to style sheets and style requirements for each one, as well as being free to do something creative through that.
Right. Ed, the God component definitely is unique to your organization. How does that come into play and kind of wrap it all up?
Basically, a lot of youth aren't in the church anymore. And when we bring that spiritual component in to really ground them into something. Because part of that, again, that 4Gs, God, goals, guidance, and guts. We bring, notice God is first.
Yes.
You know, so we really want to infuse that into them, that they need to have a spiritual guidance, you know, barometer, if you may, as they go on in life. And a lot of that, they veer from that, and that's usually the problem with a lot of our young men.
Okay, Ed and Heather, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You can find Yep Nation at 22 West Washington, Suite 1500, and online at yepnation.com. After the commercial break, a look inside a beloved Southside library that's had some much-needed sprucing up. Wait till you see it.